Hello everybody and welcome to another video. My name is Kyle and this is PC Tech and Gaming, and today we are doing an unboxing of the Ryzen 9 3900X. Yes, it's been out for a while now and probably other people have done unboxings. We're a new tech channel and I'm about to build our new editing rig, so I thought why not do an unboxing video on our processor here. So this is it. This is our Ryzen 9 3900X CPU in all its glory. Running, of course, on the AM4 platform and on the AMD X570 chipset, and also AMD B550 chipset, which are the current new generation chipsets to accompany the 3000 series AMD CPUs. That's not to say that I think this is backwards compatible to the X470 as well, and I'm not 100% sure about the 300 series chipsets. I'm not sure if they go back that far, but as you probably all know, even before clicking this video, that the AMD AM4 platform is extremely versatile with lots of backwards and forwards upgradability. But yes, so this is our CPU from the front, from that side, from the back, and from the other side. Then we have it from the top, so there's our chip in there, our 3900X CPU. And then also there's the bottom. So that is the outside of the box of our processor. It feels quite heavy as well. There's a bit of weight in there, I'm guessing because of the CPU cooler. I think this CPU comes with the Wraith Prism cooler. And of course it is built on the Zen 2 architecture. Now as to the specs of this CPU, so as I said, it's the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. It's not the 3900 XT, which is the recent one to come out just recently. Unfortunately, I had already placed my order for this CPU and received it A, before the announcement of the 3900 XT CPUs, and B, I got it way too soon to kind of cancel my order and change. Otherwise, I probably would have went with the 3900 XT. But at any rate, let's have a look at the specs of this CPU. So the specs are, it's a 12-core, 16-thread chip. It has a maximum boost clock of 4.6 GHz and a 3.8 GHz base clock. It's running the socket AM4 platform, as I said. It comes with the Wraith Prism cooler, Wraith Prism RGB cooler. It has 70 megabytes of cache. It's an unlocked CPU, so it's fully available to be overclocked via multiplier. But a discrete graphics card is required, as this CPU does not include an iGPU. So for that you will need in AMD's APUs, which employ the iGPU function, usually as in Radeon graphics. And usually those AMD CPUs have a G at the end denoting the graphics, so that they have a graphics processor on board. So this one does not, so therefore with this CPU you will need a discrete graphics card, which means plugging a graphics card into your PCI X16 slot, so an NVIDIA GeForce or an AMD Radeon card. But yeah, so that is the box. I'm not sure if we did the bottom of the box, but there it is. It's nothing exciting. And yeah, we will commence opening, shall we? So I'm just going to get my trusty little knife here, and I'm just going to open or cut through the sticker. This is my first time ever opening the box of a 3900X, as I have unboxed some lower variant Ryzen chips before, but never a 3900X. So it's now free to come off. So we bring this off here. There we go. That's quite nifty. And here we go. Here is our Ryzen 9 3900X CPU with a nice little case badge there. And of course, if we turn it around, we can see the back side of the chip with all the pins poking out. So there we go, that's our CPU. And if we pull out the little, oh, there's a little foam insert there, so we'll put that back down. We have our AMD certificate of authenticity, so it's just got, you know, information on how to install it, you know, in lots of different languages. Stock standard for any CPU. I'm not sure who really kind of looks at these. I can say that I kind of never really have. All my times with building computers throughout the years. But they do come in handy, just in case you're not familiar with the socket or you need to find some information out mid-build. What else have we got here? We've got important, please read. So it's compatible, it's telling me here that the CPU is compatible with all 500 series motherboards out of the box and is compatible with 400 series motherboards when a BIOS update has been installed. Right, so that pretty much clears up what I said earlier. It appears that the CPU is usable on the 400 series chipsets and currently the 500 series chipsets. I don't think it's backwards compatible to the 300 series chipsets, but as I said, I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that. So inside the box we have just another box which has the cooler inside. The Wraith Prism cooler. So if we take that one out, and then we're left with an empty box. Pretty nifty little, or big CPU box we have here. So there's our CPU, there's our 2 instruction guides, or information, warranty information, etc. And this is our Wraith Prism cooler. Now I'm not going to open this too much because I'm not actually intending to use this cooler in the computer build I'm just about to do. If you haven't seen that video already, I will chuck a link in the description below, so make sure you see that. But this CPU is going into our new editing PC for the channel and / myself as a new main gaming PC as well. But I will be using a different cooler and not this Wraith Prism, so I will just see if I can, maybe it kind of comes out a little bit easy, just so you guys can have a bit of a look at it. Here we go. So here is our Wraith Prism cooler with its 2 heat pipes. This cooler actually performs pretty well for a stock cooler, so that's the advantage of these. Most of the AMD 3000 series chips is that you don't need to buy a cooler because they come with one supplied, and that supplied cooler is quite adequate for the CPU to run at its nominal frequencies, including being able to boost up to their boost frequencies. I'm not sure how much they stay on boost with these coolers, but I definitely know it's a lot better than the included cooler solutions of old, where you know you had some pretty woeful coolers that were included with the CPUs. I was looking behind me because I think I had an old one handy, but I don't think I do. So if we turn around to this side, we can see that's got the heat pipes again, and we have the clamping system. So this cooler will be able to be installed on all 500 series motherboards. There's already a plastic retention mechanism, like the clips for the retention mechanism are already by default on 99% of motherboards. The only time you won't find them is if you buy a super ultra cheap board and for some reason they haven't included them. I've seen this happen before. But 99% of the time you're going to have the plastic bits on the motherboard to attach this cooler to. So in most cases it's going to be put CPU in socket, take this cooler, take the bottom off and make sure it's ready to install. Making sure you remove any tape or plastic coverings so you can reveal the thermal, pre-installed thermal compound on the bottom. And then you just place the cooler on the CPU and use these two retention arms either side, and it will pretty much be done. It's an extremely easy installation and very good that it is so user-friendly, and anyone can do it basically. But yes, so that's that, and the other side of the cooler is pretty stock standard, and of course the top of the cooler, so we have our RGB fan and RGB ring. As I said, a very capable cooler, but because I am a bit of a power user, and I may experiment in the future with overclocking this chip and seeing exactly what I can get out of it. That's why I've elected to go with a aftermarket cooler for mine in particular, a 360mm rad AIO system. I think I'm using actually this cooler right here. The NZXT Kraken X73 is what I'll be putting on this chip. But as I said, extremely capable cooler. You don't need to buy extra cooling if you don't want to. This will do just fine. Now we've completed our unboxing of our AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Or if you had a computer made for you at a computer shop but you never actually got to see how this CPU comes, well now you do. Now you can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it a lot if you just chuck a like before you leave. And subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.